everyone. Today I have a guest. It's Yuko, and then I have a guest today. It's Tessa-Marie, and then she is going to start June. It's called Financial Independence in June, right? Oh, hi Vanessa. There you go. Hello. Yeah, she's going to do a whole month of June, from Monday to Friday, every single days, right, during the week, and 7 till 8. And then, so she is going to do, it's called Financial Independence, June. So I find it's super helpful. Of course, I said yes I sign up right away, right? Because it's very important to everybody's, talk about, oh, I want to be very responsible financially. But not too many people, they don't know how. We kind of struggles. But Tessa-Marie, the way she's been helping us financially advices, I really like Tessa-Marie's advices. The way she does it is very down to earth, and she uses the language we understand. Like when you go to bank, there are so many times, or read a financial book, or go to seminars, or see even if YouTube, they use the word, especially I don't understand. Okay? But her advice is always, always, always very understandable, very down to earth, and then you can use it right away, your everyday life. So I am waiting to Tessa to come, and then this book is very, very helpful. First published 2009, right? What is it? 2021. But still, it's just so relevant. What she's right in this book, it happens in real time, for real. And it's so resonate still here nowadays. There she is. She's here. I'll bring her in. She's coming. The author of Controlling the Debt Monster. And then Tessa-Marie, she is going to have whole month of June. Right? There you go. I'll let her in. It's called Independence June. She's going to have it. So, it's like we still have a time. You guys still have a time. Join in. Hello. Here you are.
Yes. So what's up?
So it's good. I'm pumped up. So what's up, Tessa?
Pumped up this morning. I was pumped up too this morning, and so I'm inside of the pergola because it's a little bit
beautiful. Chilly. Yeah.
And so look, where are you? You're inside, right?
Yeah, I'm inside my son's room.
Oh, gosh.
I put my rose. I have to replant this one soon, I guess.
Oh, it would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think so. So, I'm sorry?
Taran said hello.
Hey, Taran.
Tessa.
Oh, hi, Pallavi. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. So, you're my guest this morning.
I am.
Yes, it's not a self-care Sunday show, anything. The reason is I am so excited. It's coming up, your course, June. It's called Financial Independence, June.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And based on
Controlling the Debt Monster.
Yes, yes. This is amazing book. I ordered last week for my son and his girlfriend, and they are starting to they're gonna start moving to new apartment soon, next week. So I know they need it because what it's in the book, Angela and Lucas.
Yes, it will be them.
Yeah. So, and then you are going to walk with us whole month of June.
Yeah. 60 minutes, Monday to Friday, every day. Friday.
Every day. And then what time?
7 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Eastern time?
Yeah, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. We're going on Zoom.
Yep, Zoom. Yep.
Yeah. And so that is all, that should be wonderful. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be an exciting time.
Yeah, that way it's a face showing up. Everybody's got to show up their face or whatever it's called.
They will have to show us a little bit of themselves, because that is, if we have the interaction, that's how we're going to learn, right?
That's so important. And then maybe can we do like what? So what's your plan? You are going to walk with us, show us a day by day, just
Yes.
like your gratitude.
Yes, yeah. It's the
Thanks.
same thing like we have in the book. Well, the first day when you come in, everybody will see each other, introduce themselves. You don't have to share your actual money you owe and all of that. That has nothing. Your business stays in front of you. That is shown on the screen. But you can ask a general question. So I will have the course going, and I'll say, okay, now put your expenses here, put your savings over here, put your over there, whatever money you have. And I'll show you things, how to, the first thing we're going to get into is to recognize you need to know your money.
Okay.
You need
to know. Yeah.
Get to know your money to the point where you want to see your money. And you want to understand what the money is. So we're going to let people understand the importance of having your money. And so that's one of the first things we're going to take to look at.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's the day.
That's a day one.
Day one. So every day we have something to do every day. And then every night you can send questions before. I'll answer them when we first come, and then we'll get into the program for the day, for that night. So that's how it's going to be. You have options and say, well, I did this. What do you think? What am I doing? I didn't get it. I didn't understand that. And I will these questions as we go along. And
I like it. Yeah. That sounds good.
Because it's a lot of time. You think you're saying it's only it's a lot of time. 60 minutes every for 22 days is a lot of time. So if you follow for those 60 and 22 days, you're going to come out better. You're going to get a lot better.
Can you imagine every day, like Monday to Friday, 60 minutes we learned about, like the financial every day.
Your money, not about anything except how your money flows, how it should go, how you control it. And we will lose words. There's words that we won't use at all, like budget. Yep. So we'll be dropping words that are not right. Budget is a bad word. It makes
That's what you said. Yeah.
Like you don't have enough. So
what do I have to use it instead of using budget?
A spending plan.
Spending plan.
Yeah, you would have created a spending plan for yourself.
Okay. So
the first big exercise is learning how to create a spending plan. So
okay.
A budget is something that tells you all the things you cannot do. The spending plan is you deciding the things you desire to do and then putting it in action.
Oh, okay. So things we desire to do.
Yes.
So we have to write down, we gotta just write down everything.
You have to write, A budget will tell you what you cannot do. It's like keeping you in a straitjacket. It's tight.
Yeah.
So you cannot
budget is like budget.
Yeah, you're in that. It doesn't matter whether it suits you or it doesn't suit you. You have to stay with it like this.
Yeah.
The first time I came across how much a budget affects people was I was talking to my cousin and hi Susie, and I wanted to go to a show, and I'm asking her to come with me, and she's not a tall person, not like me. She's really short. She goes, I am on a budget. I told you I'm on a budget. Like that. I cannot go. I'm on this budget, and I'm going okay. And that was the first time I realized being on a budget meant there were so many things she couldn't do.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I like it. I like the way you put the word different. You place the word different, because it's when people say financial, and they already like their body get tight, tense,
Yes.
right? And then why we use it's the word, it makes you even more tense,
Mm-hmm. And that's
right? The budget.
what happened. Like, as soon as you know financial, everybody gets, oh, the antenna is up.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
already get there. Hi, Angela. And then what happens when you put the word budget? I'm going to teach you how to make a budget. Everybody goes, oh. A
That's
budget
right.
is telling you all the things you cannot do, all the
Mm-hmm.
things you cannot have. But the spending plan, you creating that spending plan, showing all the things you desire to do, all the things
Yeah.
you can do, all the things you could do. It's all your work, it's your handiwork. And that gives you better satisfaction. Because if you want to say to a friend, you know what, I just created a spending plan,
Mm-hmm.
that's such a question. Oh, I'm taking this program, this seminar, and it's how to manage my money. And part of the process is creating a spending plan. They're going to say, what is a spending plan?
Mm-hmm.
You know? And you, of course, you're going to say, a way that I decided how I want to spend my money, how I want to put my money. Where do I want it to go? So that is what a spending plan is all about.
I like it because as soon as I hear the word spending plan or I say spending plan, I feel like I am taking control of my own money,
You are.
not the monster.
Not not that
And
horrible.
then you know what? Exciting. Like spending plan is like kind of makes me excited.
It
Like a
does.
spending plan.
Yeah. And it's such
Yeah.
a actual word. People don't know that word. So they say, you're always going to have the question. Somebody's going to say to you, but Yoko, what's a spending plan? What do you mean? What, isn't it a budget? No, it's not a budget. A budget, number one, when you have a budget,
Mm-hmm.
a list of things, and you have to go ahead and pick what suits you.
Yep.
When you have a spending plan, you are deciding what you want to go on those lines.
I feel free when I hear yeah. When I hear spending plan, just like planning for vacations and planning like, oh, what kind of another purse I'm gonna buy. If I
What
it's good. I feel like I can be a better friends with money.
it is. And the nice thing about it is that you will create it, you will understand it, you're going to
Yes.
look at it. And I purposely ask people, do not create it on your computer, do not create it on your iPhone, create it in an exercise book. So the process is really getting you involved in it. Like put your name on the first page. What date is it? What time is it? Where are
Okay.
you when you're doing the spending plan? Where are you situated?
Okay. Okay.
So once you do that, you are going to come to the point where you say, oh, okay. You kind of got in the moment right away. I am here, I'm at home. It's 7 p.m. June 1st, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be able to write how much money you owe, how much money you have, and that goes there. So that stays there forever. So like the girls who did it and the family who did it, that last woman said to me, 5 years later, I flipped the pages to go back to see where I started. And she said, I sat there in, oh my God, how did I go from there to where I am today, feeling so free? In control. You have
Mm.
a family of two and a husband and yourself, two children, your husband and yourself, and you're going on 2 vacation, 3 vacation, depends on how much you spend. The Disney vacation was 2. When they went to a resort, they had 3 in a year, 2 in the winter. And she said, how can I stop doing that if it's giving
Mm-hmm.
freedom? And because she has kids in school, like
Yeah.
elementary school, she had an activity account for them. So all their school activities and after school activities were already allocated for. So that's what a spending plan is. I will say to you, well, Yoko, your children are grown. It's you and your husband.
Yep.
What do you guys want to do? What it is,
Yeah.
what big plan? And what is
Yeah.
you back? Like, the young lady we had on last night, remember?
Yep.
On? And she said, the thought of buying a house is scaring her. She thinks that she has to leave the city and go so far away.
Yeah, you know what? When you mention it's scary things. When you mention a word, I just like I never thought that way, because we've been repeating, hearing from the people, oh, buying a house, oh, it's not a good idea,
Yeah.
scary,
Uh-huh.
and I just like we're listening, very scared. The people always say scary, 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 right?
Or they
Right?
say,
Tight.
I remember when we were buying our house, and the houses are selling for almost $2 million on the street, right? And even more. And somebody said to us, "Oh, don't buy it. It's too expensive to buy a house. Why don't you wait until the price go down?" The price does not go down.
No,
Might
no.
the market might stall for a while,
Yep,
but that means the price might stay the same for a year. But as soon as things speed up, it
yep.
goes up. So where are you in this market? You know,
Definitely goes up. Yeah, yeah.
and they say, "Oh, your house takes all your money. You have," but if you are renting, when you leave, you have nothing to show for that time.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you have a house and you were to sell it or your children inherit it, at least you left something behind for them,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you must think about.
yeah.
Owning a home is freedom because eventually it will be paid off. And what I like to stress, there's only two good debt. Two things that are good debt. Two.
Okay,
Only.
what are those two good ones?
The first one is the money you spend on your education.
Money spent on education.
Yeah.
Okay, the first one's education.
So let's say you graduate from university college and you enter into a job. So you're at the bottom, but that got you in there. So
Yeah.
as you go up in experience, you get paid more money
Yep.
because training and you're going up like a nurse. When she
Hmm.
becomes a nurse, she starts lower, and by the time in Canada, nurses make 115,000 a year just like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if they go
Making good money.
somewhere else, they make another 80,000. So, but when they started, they didn't make that kind of money, right? So they can pay off the school debt because and buy their homes. Teachers and nurses can buy their homes in Canada because they make so much money.
Yeah,
So
that's right. They gain. Yeah, that's so
yeah, you
right.
your home. Whatever you study, an electrician gets $125 an hour. Plumbers get that, right?
My husband's a plumber.
So
You know what? When decided to go school, be a real plumber.
yeah,
And then that time, a long time ago, 20 some years ago, he was only get paid 350 every month, every week. It's so hard. It was so hard. And I couldn't work because I didn't have a visa.
yeah,
Back then, it was so hard because my son was born,
yeah,
right? So he made up his mind for us, for himself. He was like a little bit after 30 years old. He
yeah,
decided to educate him, go back to school,
yeah,
be a real plumber, the tradesman.
yeah,
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Yeah, because the one time he made so much money and we got $10,000 income tax back.
yeah.
And we took a vacation actually. We brought my mom from Japan, and we went for vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
that is
yeah, yeah, education is good for
one.
yourself. I
Yeah.
believe it.
And the second way of earning money is to buy a house.
House?
Yes.
You say house. Okay. So it's interesting. Okay, because some people said, "Oh no, don't buy a house. It's losing money,
Oh
spending
no.
so much
Oh
money."
no. A house.
Not with Tessa-Marie.
No, that is the only two good debts you have. Your school debt and a mortgage. They both will die. They both have a life. A life.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, because your debt takes 25 years to pay it off. It's 25 years, it will be done. But if you have a credit card and you don't pay off the balance every month,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
another 2,500 years, and you will die before it's paid off. And I would show people that. I would bring out I'll get them to bring out their own statements. Print a copy of your credit card bill. Print a copy of your line of credit. The mortgage in the middle of you know that word they use in mortgage is called amortization.
Yep.
Okay. A-M-O-R-T. So A for mort.
Yep.
In French means die. It must die. This is the period in which it's going to die. That is what amortization means. It will die after 20, 25, or 30 years, whatever you choose, but it will die. Definitely must die. That debt cannot stay forever. Whereas if you have several credit cards, it will be like you're carrying a weight. So this is what I will show people. I'll teach them what to look for. So that's a good debt. Education debt and house debt is two good debt. They both have a lifespan to be paid off. They'll be paid off. And you are free to use your money, and you get the knowledge from the school. With the mortgage, you have the money now to do other things. Buy another property. Go and buy a cottage. You have leverage now.
I never thought about it. That's those tools. I love that. Yeah. I know education. We know it because we've experienced it.
Yeah.
But the house, we haven't paid. We almost, probably next year, we're going to pay off our house too. So
you do that. So you say, okay, so when the house is paid off, you might want to invest in a condo. Why?
Okay.
So you might say, well, let's invest in a 2-bedroom condo.
Okay.
Comes to the time we cannot take care of the house or we're too old, we can go to live in the condo. Why
that makes sense? Yeah.
Rent that condo to somebody and make money. And when we're ready, we can sell the house, we'll have all that cash, and we can move into our already paid condo. So it just goes on. It can, and then you can take, for example, you have children, you can say, okay, I can give you guys going to buy your house, here is 20,000 towards your down payment. Because you are free, you don't have a mortgage, and you can help your children. You can see the smile on their face before you die. When you die and they get it, you cannot see the joy in their face.
No.
But good, I was able to help my children, and that is what we do when we have children.
Yeah, I know. My husband and I were so looking forward to give a help.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil them.
No, but it's a
feels good. Yeah.
Good feeling. So.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's so interesting. And then like one of the book you said, I know what you mean though. Like you're talking about credit card debt, and then like one of the book, I got so much things too, right? I'm so
like that.
People you should get a book. You should. Okay, it takes 2 weeks to get it.
But Belinda got hers in 2 days.
Well, because she lives in States.
Yeah, she lives in the States.
But if you use Amazon.ca, it takes 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
But it's worth it. That's okay. That's all right. Right? So you mentioned about credit card dates. It's like you said, I know in the book said every time you accumulate more debt, you feed the monster and it gets bigger.
Of course it gets bigger. The monster is the debt.
Yeah.
The monster
I could picture it. It's like monster gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah.
Before you think of feeding yourself or buying your grocery, you have to think of paying the debt. You have to think, as soon as you get a paycheck, okay, I need to pay my credit card, I need to pay the line of credit. You haven't even bought grocery yet. So that is one of the things people do not understand. You're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to pay for it. And it needs its food. It has a big mouth. Feed me. I'm starving over here. You don't get that food. The people who own it is going to come to you. They'll call you at 6 o'clock at night, supper time.
I know. I hate that. Where's my money? Pay me back. I know.
It's fatter.
Yeah. So that's that kind of debt, which is like probably the monster loves this kind of debt. It's a bad debt. But the good debt is education and mortgage.
A house, yeah. Buying a house.
Wow, that's amazing. I am so looking forward to it, Tessa.
Well, that's good. Any more questions?
Well, I want to, maybe I just make it quick, right? And then in the book, it's so relevant. And I want to pass it on so many people. Not the people in here, I'm sure they're already really good. But some people, they need to hear it, right? They're talking about, like you and Lucas and Angela,
Yes.
when they came to see you first.
Mm-hmm.
And then you make them write down. And then they didn't realize how much money they're spending coffees and donuts and lunch, eat out.
No, they'd never.
Right.
Nobody sees it because it's
Nobody sees it.
it's debit card, it's credit card. You don't when you use your debit card and your credit card, you don't really look at it. But
Mm-hmm.
$200 in your purse, in your wallet,
Mm-hmm.
and you spend $50. You know you spent $50 because when you open that wallet, all you're going to see is $150. Whereas if a credit card, you don't even care. You get the receipt. Most people just crumble the receipt and they put it in your pocket. So they don't account for it. It's not important.
No. They act like those things they don't exist.
Yeah.
Like, the coffee money, whatever, not exist, but it accumulates every day.
Nowadays, a coffee is almost $10. When you $6, $7, by the time you add a biscuit with it or a muffin with it, you're paying almost $12. How many times a day do they do that? At least twice a day.
And that's,
people don't.
so that's feeding monster part of.
Yeah.
And then that, yeah.
You don't realize, even if you were to spend $5, one day a week, $5, which is impossible to do that. It's more than that. But let's use $5.
Mm-hmm.
5 is 25. Times 4 is $100 a month. $100 a month. And that's just the coffee. So what happens if you also eat lunch and you spend money on lunch?
Mm-hmm.
So then you're looking at, what, $10, $15 for lunch? Times 5. That is $75 a week. Before you know, spend $300 just for eating lunch out, plus $100 for coffee. That is $400. Take that same $400 times 12. That is $4,800 you have saved towards your house, towards your car. You have 2 vacations in that. To an all-inclusive, top of the line, $2,400 to go on a vacation, your flight and a top inclusive one.
That's right. That $800, you can add it to your spending plan, right? You could.
Right at the top, savings.
Yeah. Wow.
You
It's
do
amazing.
That $100 a month times 12.
Yep. It's amazing. It's amazing. Excuse me for a sec. I have a question I just realized that. Oh, hold on. I know the Taran question it. Like, I think he said, its question is gone, but I think he said, is there any other second, I think that's what he meant, part 2 of this version of the book? Are you planning? I think that's what Taran mentioned it, right?
Yes, I'm working on it because I'm trying to tell people that this is a process, that you don't stop. And the thing is that, for example, I'll give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
People use their house as a piggy bank.
Okay.
They see this advertisement on the TV by some old actor, and he says, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't tell you to do it if I didn't do it. Come on. He made so much money. You think he's going around getting a reverse mortgage? You think at 69, 70 he has a mortgage? He's an actor that made money. He's still working at it. But he's getting paid to tell you to go in more debt. So that's all the people that see his face and say, oh, this is Tom Selleck. This is this one. And he's saying he would never, ever let us do this. Unless it was really good for us, really. But he's getting paid thousands and thousands of dollars to do that. That's his job, and he's an actor.
Yes.
So he knows how to act to get you to fall into the trap. So when I see these commercials, I look at it and I'm thinking of the poor person who doesn't know the rules and don't realize it, and they go for it. Imagine you have your home and they give you 80% of the value of your home in cash. You can invest it, or people will just keep spending it. You might put it in a very volatile investment.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
When you're old, you die, your children find they have a house, but it's mortgage free. It's mortgage. And what I see, there's 3 kids in a family. One of them is constantly saying, Mom, we need help. Mom, we need help. Dad, we need help. The others don't know. And all that money goes to this person. Then the house has no value. I had an older couple that their son said to them, you know how older people are. Well, the children, my little Johnny is going to university. We don't have money. So the parents said, okay. He said, well, take a line of credit on the house and that to pay for little Johnny's education. All want their grandchildren to be educated to the T. The couple did that. They went in the bank. They did it to their son. And one day, about 3-4 months later, they showed up at the bank, and you can see they were all in their 70s, late 70s, and they were sickly. And the wife said to me, every month $600 comes from our pension, and we don't have a big pension, so Melly makes it's not good, and we want to know why. So when we looked at it, we saw that was the amount of money to pay back this line of credit. So we explained it to her. So she looked at us, and the husband is sitting there, and they went, well, Johnny said he would pay for that. We took this line of credit to give Johnny the money so little Johnny can go to school, go to university. So I said, well, it's on your name. The money comes out of your account because the house belongs to you. So the mother said, but Johnny has an account here. Why don't you take it from his account? We had to sadly say to her, we cannot do that. We cannot go and take money from Johnny's account to pay a debt on your name. We cannot do that. Johnny come to do that. So I said, where is Johnny? Oh, he and his family moved to Vancouver. Oh. And they're in Toronto. So I said to her, he has to make arrangements. Of course, he never did. He never did. So if
really? Oh my.
Sell the house and pay off this big line of credit and move into a condo. And they weren't ready to do that. So yes, there is a part 2, and it will just show you the things that you can do to better yourself and what you should be looking for. There's so many things happening out there. You have a new immigrant, and the phone rings, and this is your bank calling. We need to verify your PIN number, your this. A person who doesn't really speak English say, okay, and they give all that information out. The next thing you know, their account is vandalized or compromised, whatever they do. So yes, there's a lot more to learn.
Wow, it's so many people, they got trapped into it, especially people they don't really understand English.
That's right.
Much. And then if they speak, if they hear financial term, I think like I said, because the reason I like about you is you speak language we understand.
You have to. From Argentina, and she had an appointment. So the person's appointment took longer. So when it was, so she knew the bank was closing at 6. So I saw her getting, she's leaving. I said, where are you going? She said, well, the bank closed at 6. That is how it is. If your appointment is not ready and the bank closed at 6, you have to leave. So that is what happened where she was in Argentina. So I said, no, you wait. They will have to see you because they are running late, not you. And I said, we never send people out of the bank without meeting the appointment. So she didn't know. That's what I mean. All these little things, you know, and the bank will never ask you to verify your information over the phone.
Over the phone. Yes. This is important. Yes. Bank never ask it. If you get a phone call from bank to verify your information, do not give.
On your cell phone, I got information yesterday. Your parcel is held because you owe some money. Click here. Really?
Yeah. So my mom get it sometimes in Japan.
Yeah, that's.
And then Taran said CRA. Yeah, they don't call, right? Yeah, everything.
Not saying you don't have to click to get your money from the government. And if your bank wants to see you, they'll say, "Hi, Mrs. Smith. This is Joan. Bank, can you drop in? We need to discuss something with you."
That's so true. That's so true. Set up an appointment.
Yes.
Yeah.
But people don't know that, so they give the information. And I play games with them because having been in the bank. I remember one summer I'm coming home and I'm all hot from work, right? And I walk into the house, the phone is ringing, I grab it, and I answer and say, "Oh, hi, Mrs. Hurd," calling me by my husband's name. And I go,
Yep.
"Obviously, you don't know who that is from the phone book, right?"
Yeah.
And this is Diane from your bank. We're just calling to verify your information. And I was in a good mood. So I said, "Sure, okay, Diane, what do you need?" I want to know your account number, your bank name and address, where it's situated, and then your date of birth and whatever. And I said, "Would you like my PIN number too?"
You were playing around.
She said, "Yes."
Tessa, oh my gosh. You're playing game with her.
I'm going to get my documents so I can do it with you. I left. I poured a glass of wine. I changed my clothes and I come. "Okay, Diane, are you ready?" She said, "Yes." I said, "What would you like first? Your card number, PIN number." I said, "This is what is funny. You see, Diane, I work for the bank." She
Oh my gosh.
just hung. So they try.
Oh.
They're fishing. They're actually fishing.
Yeah. But you know what? To not to get to like, that situations, you have to educate. You have to yourself educate. That's why we need to sign up Tessa's financial course. And then this really helps.
Yeah, and you will get more than you bargained for. You will get more than the price of the book. The
Very
information
much. Very much.
is going to last a lifetime. The information you will always. What I'm going to teach you is to make you aware of how important your finances are.
Yep.
As you get older, people are saying to me, "Oh, you're lucky you're home and you don't have to worry about this or that." I never worried about anything. I planned and educated myself about finances. I always educate. People said, "You work so hard." I said, "No, I worked with a purpose and a plan." And that is what I will teach you. I will teach people, you don't have to work hard. You have a job, you must work. So don't look at it as hard. What are you going to plan? What are you planning to do with that money? What is your purpose for that job, that money? And that's what I will teach them.
Yeah. You know what? I see Pallavi wants to come in, join in.
Okay.
Do you have like a 5-10 minutes, a little bit?
Sure.
I'm okay till 12. I know, because I know, like when I do live with you, half an hour, no. Tessa got lots of talk. Hold on. Let me see if she's still here. Okay. Pallavi. I hope she'll come. So, I don't know. She sent a request. So,
She might.
there she is.
Hi guys.
Hi, Pallavi. How are
Good to see you.
you?
I am good. How are you
Good.
guys?
Good. This is the first time I see you on, like, the camera
Yes.
too, right?
Yes, I realized we could ask questions out here.
Yeah,
So
that's
I,
good. I'm
I
gonna
have
turn
just
it up a bit.
Sure.
Thank you
Great,
for
Alva.
joining. Thank you for joining, Pallavi.
Anytime. I had a couple of questions. I finally got the book, Tessa, although
Oh,
my monster is missing. But there's no monster
oh,
on my book cover.
your
But
book.
nevertheless. So, I'm excited about receiving it.
This morning, I said, "Oh my God, I'm so excited for this program. I am preparing so many things, and Yoko and I are going to do a Zoom thing so she can teach me more.
Yep.
And it's going to be wonderful. So you have some questions because Yoko
Yes.
has a date with lunch.
Yes,
I know.
absolutely.
I
So,
I have a date.
my
Go
so
ahead.
my
Go ahead.
question is, how does this course kind of benefit someone
Great.
who
I saw
is
you got
not,
your
I
book.
mean, who does,
Sorry,
sorry?
Pat. Belinda got her book too. So,
Wow,
so go ahead.
amazing. Yeah, so my question is, how does this course kind of benefit somebody who does not have any debts? For instance,
Wow.
yeah.
So this program is not because you only have debt. Because most people come with debt. But in the middle of the book, you have Peter, who has no debt. And how I take you from not having any debt to making the book be beneficial to you is making you realize how important it is to plan for your future and your now and have a purpose in the moment. What am I doing now? Think twice before you spend $10 on a coffee. Think twice, because we just did the math before you came in. Coffee nowadays is $5. So five times five is 25 times 4 is $100 a month. If you eat out, we're saying $15 a day is $75 a month. Oh, a week. That is 300. So you add the four, that the one, that's $400. You have no debt and you're spending freely. Some people will spend $600 on eating out in a month, coffee, lunch, and dinner. 12 is 72. That is $7,200. What do you want to do with this? Do you want to buy a laptop so you can do your business from home better? Do you want to go on a vacation? Do you want to get a better phone so you can do better IG lives? What it is you want to do with that money? Do you want to start the seed of your down payment for your house? So if your house is being, if you're getting a condo, let's say it's $500,000, I'm just throwing that number, and you want to put 20% down on that, you need to have $100,000. Or you can get it cheaper in Canada because the government will insure you based on that. So you might put only 5% down. 5% of $500,000 is $25,000. $750 a year, you're almost halfway there, more than halfway there. And if you have regular saving, so we teach you how to do that so that you are successful. Having debt is what will hold you back. Managing your money is what will propel you towards wealth. So I'm teaching two things. The person who has debt, I'm teaching them how to be healthy, financially healthy. The person with no debt, I'm going to teach them how to be financially wealthy. How to get wealthy, because you have no debt. But those with debt, I have to make them, they're sick. I have to make them feel better before they can get wealthy. So that's how you will look. And you will have quick answer, because I will talk more about that on the 2 days from now. What are the 5 most important things you want to acquire in your life? What are they? Write them down. So I'm going to be showing the exercise book out how it should be set up, and write down the 5 most important things you want to acquire. What is it? I cannot choose for you. And you have to write them down. You might write 10, and then I will say you need 5. Which are the 5? Which is the most important one? There you are with no debt. So now you are saying the most important thing right now is to buy my own house. Or the most important thing right now is to push my business to where I want to invest more in my business. So that's what we do.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
There's another question that I have. This course
go
is
ahead.
absolutely free, I believe. So is there a reason why you've kind of kept it absolutely free for all? Because it's kind of odd to see somebody, especially out here, to be giving courses free of cost. So any inspiration behind that?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I wrote the book in 2002. I published it in 2027. I decided to get it ready and published. It came out in 2009. The people I was helping were young. The people I were helping were old. Some had debt, some didn't have debt. And that guy that comes on the live often, Ryan, he was the first one that said to me, I opened the door to get him to come in my house. Before he could come in, he said, why don't you charge people to do for doing this?
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him, I said, Ryan, can you afford to pay me? Right now, can you afford to pay me? And he thought of it and he said, well, maybe not. So I said, why am I taking $100, $20, $5 from you when you need it more than I do at this time in my life?
True.
So I have never charged, all those years of doing this, I've never charged a penny to do it. Not that I will not charge later, but this is an introduction to it. It is more in depth. So we are doing this. There are people who will go through that, but they will still need holding the hand to continue. And they will need to go deeper. And if you're going to go deeper and you don't want it done publicly, you can ask for private, and then I would charge for that. That's my goal, and that's my end. The point is, though, is to make you think. I know what it would be like. I didn't have to pay. I learned it all myself. But for you to have to pay somebody you will in some cases it might be the cost might be too high, and they might get in trouble. If they're in debt, where are they getting it from? You know what I mean? It's like telling an alcoholic, I'm going to take away your alcohol from you because I need it myself. They won't come back. And that is not helping. So somehow I believe in destiny, and somehow, some way, I will get on top of it. I am sure I will. I know it will work out for me. I know, I believe I must reach where I want to go with this.
I'm sure, Tessa.
I want you to see me one
I know. We want Tessa. Well, you know what? It was very nice. It's you said introduction level, but you being giving us more than introduction level.
Yes.
Quality is so good. Because you have so much knowledge, you care about the people.
I literally care about people. And there's some cultures that money is very difficult for them to acknowledge exists and to take care of it. So these are something from when you had this man from Japan. And when I went on ABC News in New York, it was called Money Matters. I was on ABC in New York, Money Matters. I showed them a simple exercise, and the woman said, oh my God, she turned her purse upside down. So there's little bonuses I will be throwing in as it goes ahead. So I have a bonus of what should be in your wallet and how it should look. So there's
Wow, that sounds interesting, Tessa.
Yeah, that's gonna be
and
fun.
my last question: will it also benefit
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
a lot of people? Because of the pandemic, a lot of people are out of jobs and are facing financial difficulties. So will it benefit them too? Maybe you could have a word on that for everybody else too.
Benefit them because, okay, you're going for financial difficulty. Lessons learned. Has people who didn't save, have they learned that maybe if they had saved, it wouldn't be as difficult as it is now for them? You understand that, right? So it's that has to borrow money from parents, or they have to go to a food bank, or they have to find some other way of getting money. If they had built a savings when they were working all those years ago, they could count on that. Those who have a car, do they have a car maintenance account? Do they have an emergency account? A lot of people will say to me, Tessa-Marie, I only use my credit card for emergencies. And I go, your money. You have to pay the bank back. So that is not an emergency account. That is a credit card you use in case of an emergency. And when you go home, you get the money from your emergency account and pay them. So what I will teach people is that, the word, they say, never shall it happen again. That for those people, that will be their topic. It shall never happen to me again. So they will have to make a mantra out of that. I am never going to financially lax again. I am never going to be caught with my pants down financially again. So they are going to have a mantra to create because they need to get their mind around that.
Okay, I have a quick question for that though. So the mantra, is it good to write down on the note, the first page?
Oh yes. What is your mantra?
Good, okay.
Your goal. Wow. Your mantra is your desire. Your mantra is what you want to become. Your mantra is what you desire to be. So that is how you're going to do it.
That's amazing.
Wow. That's a very interesting take, Tessa. Thank you so much. And thank you, Yuko.
Oh, thank you so much. Great question, Pallavi. Finally, I could see you in the face-to-face.
Yes, me too. So good to see you guys.
So good to see you. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Right.
Well,
take care.
Yeah. Take care.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Bye. Okay. That's all right. Okay. So that was a great question from Pallavi too, right?
Good questions. A question.
And then, good question. You give her or somebody else.
Yeah.
Give great answers.
So I'm really happy that we did that because her questions were fabulous. And it was
very much
excited about it. I'm really looking forward to it. So I hope everybody is too.
Yes. All right. So maybe we should get wrapped up soon. But before we go, Tessa-Marie is going to have the whole June, month of June, it's called Financial Independence June, right? The course.
Mhm.
And
The book.
according to this book too,
The book.
right? Book. It's free, and she will give you a great, great amount of,
No,
I don't know, it's like, what do you call it? Like knowledge? No, it's more than knowledge.
financial knowledge.
Financial knowledge. Oh, it's more than that.
Yeah, it's more than that. It's a lot
Yeah.
of financial know-how. It's a lot of stuff to navigate through, your finances. It's learning what they're saying, learning what happens on the news, how you should digest it, stuff like
Yep. I'm so looking forward to it. It's
that. Oh,
whole
yes.
month of June.
Oh,
Yeah. Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Zoom.
Yeah.
7, like we talk about Eastern time.
Yeah,
All
Eastern.
right.
60 minutes. 60 minutes. It's like the program's only 60 minutes.
Yes. So where the people wanted to find you, how they can find for where do I go to sign up?
They can sign up by DMing me,
DM, yeah, the Tessa-Marie.
Tessa-Marie Show. Go in there and DM me. We can put that on there. Let me see if I can do this.
You do pin?
Yeah, right.
We're gonna try. And you know what? I will put on the description too after my post too.
Let me see that. I don't know. This is
Go
getting.
ahead. Go ahead. Try, Tessa. You don't know until you try.
I know.
I don't know how to pin it.
I don't pin it.
Are you doing it?
I did it, but I don't know how to pin it.
I don't know.
Is there a way to pin it?
I don't know. Don't touch everywhere. I don't want you to be disappeared. Tessa-Marie, you should. You mean changing? You're like changing, like, oh, there you go, Tessa-Marie show. And then Taran said you should always pin your email address. Huh?
Yeah, like
Okay.
the lesson in pinning. I'm going to put the email address on, and you can.
People, they can send it to your email too.
Yeah, they can send you.
I wonder. Let me see. I can maybe pin.
I saw it.
There, I can pin comment. You know what? I have a power to pin it. You can post it. See, I pin it.
How did
And
you? How did you?
well, I think because maybe I'm hosting show, so I have an authority to pin it.
Well, I have
I
never.
have a power to pin your comment.
You have a power, eh? Okay.
Yes, I do.
I like that. She has the power.
I do. Just for now. Or why don't you put an email? With,
Email.
yeah, and I'll pin it for you.
Okay.
Thank you, Taran. Oh my God. You know what? We'll work like a team.
You can pin it.
There, hold on. Let me try. There you go.
How do you? Which button do
Yeah,
you?
I did it. Well, I touch the comment, and then all the little things shows up, and it says pin. I just click the pin. Hi, babe.
What you try? It's touch a comment. All the little things come on. Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
That's ready.
It's fun. So easy. Oh my gosh. We have so much fun. So much fun.
Every time
Oh,
we have a lot of fun. So thank you guys. I really appreciate everybody who visited today.
oh.
And face
Yeah,
up and it's giving us so much love all the time.
yeah. Yep.
No.
You know what? Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for your. I'm sorry I couldn't read all the comments because I want to just really understand what she's, want to talk about and everything. But I am sure you guys just probably Taran's just like assistant. He's just probably taking care of all the comments.
To run take care of all the comments.
Taran does it too. Yeah.
So thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much. And thank you for your time. And thank you so much, Tessa-Marie. We can't wait to see you. I'm going to see you at 3, but I will see you on the live at 7 o'clock tonight.
7 o'clock tonight, but we are going to do some work at 3. And then we have
I
to
know.
Sunday show. We are
Oh my gosh. This is awesome. All right. So it's almost my lunchtime. I got to go on a date.
Yeah, we are. Take care. Love you guys.
All right. Bye. Thank you.